Hello there, I'm Nishan and I hope you're doing extremely well. So, you're in this job and you've been assigned new tasks at a very rapid pace. You need to get them done quickly and efficiently without letting any of them slip through your fingers. How? So, I run a course and almost always have at least three consulting projects live at any given point in time. So, it becomes extremely important for me to keep my tasks in order. This is what I do. I use something that is called the Eisenhower Matrix, a simple two-step framework to optimize your time using just two questions. Is it urgent and is it important? When does a task become urgent? Urgency is always a function of time. Any task with a tight deadline or endpoint can be classified as urgent. A better way to assess for urgency is to assess the time that you have available versus the time you need to complete it. Urgency is pretty much straightforward, by the way. But importance, on the other hand, is something that varies from person to person. What can importance mean in this context? So, it can be the value that a task brings to your life. It can be the learning that you get from it, or the joy that you get from doing it, or anything for that matter. This definition is very personal and it varies from person to person. You have to decide what is important to you for a given task. Importance is also dynamic. That is, importance of a task on your list depends on other tasks that you have on the to-do list. A task which is important today may be unimportant as the situation changes. A new task comes in that is perhaps more important than the currently important task. Then that important task becomes less important. So that's something that is very relative and dynamic and changes with time as more important tasks arrive. And do you know what is important and urgent currently at this point in time? Hitting that like and subscribe button will really help me out. So let me take you through a small presentation on how to think through this. So I have a task and it is urgent. If it is urgent and it is important, I do it immediately. If it is urgent and not important, I see if it can be delegated. If it can be delegated, I would delegate it. If it cannot be delegated, I would block time for it well ahead or plan ahead into some time to the future. If it is not urgent and however it is important, I would block time for the task and plan ahead. And if it is neither urgent nor important, you can put it off for later and do it when the time is right. So this is a kind of a flow diagram that really helps me think through what to do when I get a new task. So what are the tools that we require to implement this prioritization matrix? So if you're going digital, a calendar app, a to-do list, and a project management tool would be a deadly combination. Even without all three, a simple calendar application like a Google Calendar can also get the job done very effectively for you. So I use a Trello board to classify the tasks. So I have one list for all the tasks. Then I have according to the prioritization matrix, and I have a completed list. So I will just simply drag and drop them. And another thing that I really like about Trello board is that if once I assign it to one list, I can simply drag and drop it to another list as the situation changes. So if one task becomes urgent, all of a sudden I can just simply move it into one of the urgent buckets as and when necessary. So I use my calendar app to create time blocks for the task and a to-do list like any to plan out tasks a few days in advance for more clarity and granularity. And hit that like button if you liked what I just shared, and share this video among your friends and peers if you think it would help them. So until next time, stay efficient, stay productive, stay healthy. Take care.